and I act like it. Sorry.
It's funny because I just never thought that. Like when you joke about shit like that, honestly, I never thought that you were necessarily like serious about. Like there's the twinge of truth of like, well, yeah, but I am better than everybody. Fuck everybody. But because we all fucking think it for the most part.
Well, apparently I come across that way really badly. I think it's just because it's on such a bright contrast between the people I'm now dealing with and my attitude. They don't often have that attitude because they're not exactly the most confident group. The residents of the downtown east side, they don't walk around thinking they're all that most of the time. And I do. Why not? Who cares? What? Because I don't have as much money as the people in the West End, so somehow they're saying money's fake. Screw it. I'm so awesome. Imagine me if I did have money. Fuck.
See, that's the way I feel about actually like that's one thing that I'm legit. I'm actually legit scared of the day if I were to actually like hit the gym and work out. I don't like the person I turn into at the gym. I turn into that atypical fucking loud jock.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like scream and yell at the guy I'm working out with. Do it! You can do it! God! I'll scream and fucking yell at him. And
I can see.
I just don't like the person I come into. If I had a slamming body, I'm already fucking known for having a god complex.
Right.
So,
and you're a handsome dude. Like, you're already a really handsome guy. You with a good body would be a force to be reckoned with.
And that's just it. Like, because everybody knows once you get that fucking body, you become a dick.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's always just about the body. It's always just about what looks good. It's always just about, fitting an image. And
but I do have what we talked to your friend about, because I do have that genuine niceness about me. I'm respectful to ladies. That's why they like me. And it's genuine. That's not fake, and I don't think I'll ever lose that. But I did have exactly what you're talking about because I was a very fat kid, and then one day I just wasn't. And I kind of got that attitude from that. And I don't even think I'm attractive. Other people do, but I don't look at myself and go, "Hey, there's a hot guy." I've been told, but I don't think it. I still don't believe it. I still don't know why people think it. But whatever, I'm cool. Shut up.
I've never thought much about my looks in that sense. I always knew that my point of proudness, I guess it comes to self-proudness, just comes into, for me, for two things. Number one, my voice. I've always been told that I got an awesome voice, I've always told it's a great voice for radio, shit like that, just because I got the deeper voice. I'm sure once we get a little bit, if we do better sound, whatever else, if it comes through, I don't know, whatever. But
you sound great.
That, and I just always had a massive amount of self-confidence.
I would have probably found a polite way to talk a lot more if you didn't, If you didn't fit the bill and you sounded like crap, I would have probably just politely talked for 3/4 of the show and not let you.
Which would make a lot of sense, because, who the fuck wants to hear that?
Well, of course. That's funny. There's a couple of guys on Adam Carolla's podcast that you can tell that's their thing. They're great they do their research or whatever, but he doesn't let them talk much. That's a great show. I got to pick that up again. I don't listen to other podcasts while we're podcasting because I think it's, same as if you I don't listen to music when I'm recording an album because I start copying.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't get to listen to all my faves. Anyway, enough about how awesome I am. I really want to, we're already quite a ways into this, and I was, there is one thing I want to cover before we get to your Japan thing, which I really want to talk about.
Oh, yes. What's up?
Something, it's kind of so stupid of me, but I was reading an article today about the 20 dog breeds you want to avoid.
Okay.
You just don't want to own them, especially if you have children. It was Chihuahua was the first one because they're very jealous. So if you have children, the Chihuahua will be a bastard because they get very jealous. Malamute because they're just so high energy and they love the cold and they're rambunctious. They're born to pull a dog sled, and if they gotta burn that energy, so they'll fuck up your kids. Bull Mastiff for obvious reasons. And then I got to Saint Bernard, and they say, and then it dawned on me as soon as I heard Saint Bernard, how come they don't make crazy dog movies anymore? You never see a movie about
maybe it's because they're difficult to work with.
you remember like the what is it, Beethoven, and there was a whole bunch of like wacky dog movies in the 90s, and they don't make those anymore.
Do you remember fucking Homeward Bound?
Of course I do. Great
that movie. I tell you, man, that's like fucking my version of Old Yeller.
That's the one with Michael J. Fox, right? He's the cat? Yeah. Great movie.
Like, really fucking great movie. Oh my god, it's just so... No, he's not the cat, he's the young dog.
Okay, I remember. I don't think I've seen it in years, but yeah, great movie. But see, but they don't make those anymore. That just occurred to me. They don't make wacky dog movies anymore. You know what else they don't make that I thought of when I was writing this down? They don't make shitty kid movies anymore. Remember, like, Problem Child? There was a whole bunch of movies out about being a shitty kid. They don't make those anymore.
That's because the kids nowadays don't know how to get into trouble properly.
Is that true? There's no more shitty kids? Because I don't know. Shitty kid movies and dog movies where the dog's like... Remember there was always like... There's a bunch of cop movies like Turner and Hooch and shit. And it's always like they get a dog for whatever reason. They don't want the dog. And then they hate the dog. And then the dog does something good and they love the dog. They're all the same, always.
Oh, yeah. It's always the same fucking story.
Same with the shitty kid movies. Someone gets a shitty kid and then he's shitty to everybody. And then he feels bad and he tries to do something good, but it backfires, and then they love him anyway.
And
Problem Child.
Every plot of a quarter of the movies made in the fucking 80s and 90s.
Problem Child, they made like 15 of those or something. He was like 80 when he got adopted the last time. It was like Problem Old Man. But they don't make it just pisses me off. I don't know why it just jumped on me. Like, those are, some of them, they all sucked. Basically, like, I don't even think I saw Beethoven.
Great movies, but they were still fun to watch in a sense.
Oh, they made huge money. Like, Beethoven was wildly popular.
Yeah.
And it was like Charles Grodin. Like, who gives a shit about Charles Grodin? But,
remember Harry and the Hendersons?
Oh, I love Harry and the Hendersons. John Lithgow.
John Lithgow is amazing. He is such a great actor.
He really is, and his comedic sense is amazing. But yeah, Harry and the Hendersons, that great movie, and it was the same plot, but it happened to be a Sasquatch instead of a shitty dog or a kid.
Yeah. You know, when I lived in BC, one night I was out for a walk, and because when I lived in BC, that's actually something I did. People, I actually went out for a walk. Didn't sit in the car. I didn't have a car, so I went out for walks and I walked everywhere.
Weird.
And I still remain fat, so fat proud. We were out for a walk one night, and fucking came across they were shooting a movie, a scene for a movie, and it was a fucking dog movie. Ironically enough.
Oh, weird. That's funny.
Yeah, so we got stopped. So we stood there when they started shooting. We watched this dog run from the front of a house, and he had a screen, like part of a screen door thing wrapped around him, like he just broke through the door.
Right.
And I'm just like, wow, we're watching a fucking movie. The guy told us what movie it was. I didn't remember. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it that Snow Dogs or whatever? The one with Cuba? I think they did that year.
I have no idea. You could name anything, and I'd be like, sure, I don't know.
That's such a Vancouver thing, and I still get excited when it happens, but I got a ton of those stories. The most epic one was walking down Pender Avenue and hearing, hey, get that idiot off the set. And I stood there for a good minute looking around trying to figure out who the idiot was. And, of course,
it was you.
I was right in the middle of the set for Romeo Must Die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of Jet Li's first movies.
Oh, my God.
That was way, way back. That was 1999 that happened. But, yeah, right at Pender and Seymour and looking for the idiot. That was around the time where you used to see the Viper whipping around town all the time, too, for that awesome show.
Oh, my God.
Viper and X-Files used to fuck up all my bus routes, try to get to work all the time.
Really, eh?
But, yeah, it's cool when that happens. Like you said with your dog, it's always cool. I love it. Like the time I saw Jennifer Aniston moving a car 10 feet. It was so exciting.
You saw her doing what?
She had to drive a car like 10 feet, like she was pulling up to the curb.
Yeah.
And so she would come out of the hotel, get in the driver's seat of the car, they go, action. She'd drive up 10 feet, cut. She'd get out, run to the hotel. Someone else would come up, back up the van, and she'd come out and do it again. Because she couldn't sit there and back up the van, obviously. That's I don't know.
That's so fucking weird.
But it was so cool. Like, seeing movies in action to me is just cool. I love it. I love all the behind-the-scenes craziness that goes on. I love that nothing's real. Like, literally to the weirdest degree, nothing's real. I can't wait to be a part of that. I love that they filmed a movie right here on Carroll Street in the middle of the night, and they just made giant lights on the street and made it daytime. It was fucking awesome.
You know, I remember, fuck me, this is years ago. Me and some friends were heading out of town. I think we were going bowling, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, we went bowling. Wow, I remember that much of it. Anyway, we were, when we were on our way out of town, because we went from Milton to Burlington, which is the next town over, then take a back road to get over to it. And we're cruising down one of these fucking back side streets. And fucking, when we left, we saw that there were a whole bunch of people in front of this house, and they were, like, a bunch of people, like, it was like madness, like 30 fucking people working on this house. I'm like, wow, like, that guy's got, like, a lot of friends. Holy shit, right? Like, you know, everybody's painting, and they're setting things up, whatever. So we cruise by. We come back later at night, and they're filming something there. And they completely changed they painted the whole house.
Yeah.
You know, changed the entire, basically half the facade of the house, and a whole bunch of stuff on the wall. And then they're filming a bunch of shit there. And so we stood there, we watched for a while, and then when we got up to leave, we ended up running into the homeowners, and we said, you know, this is pretty cool. They said, oh yeah, not only are they doing that, she goes, but because of how, when the camera pans around to look on the inside, she goes, we got the whole fucking we got the whole inside of the house refurnished.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend in North Van. Sorry. I had a girlfriend in North Van. They had all kinds of shit done to their house. On the outside, it looked really cool. They got hired all the time. And they got like $3,000 a day or something stupid for letting them do it.
No, hey, you got a lot of money for that.
That's one of the things they were trying to change about the movie industry. Was that people will charge retarded amounts now. We'll charge whatever we want, and the movies industry will pay it, and that's one of the things they thought was wrecking it up here for us.
Really? You thought that was the thing that was wrecking it?
Well, partially. That we can charge whatever we want, and they will pay whatever. They won't pay it. Sometimes they can't afford it, whatever. But they were asking us not to charge so much when not me, but us, the proverbial us.
Yeah.
Instead,
you're the one getting all these offers, right?
Yeah, instead of Christy Clark actually offering the same tax credit as every other province, she goes, "Oh no, why don't you guys just charge less? Fuck you."
I mean, like, really, I mean, like, it's that level of sort of greed that comes in with all of that shit. There's always that so certain people are just going to push that a little bit too far.
Oh, of course.
And it's always fucking annoying, you know. I mean, like, when they get that asshole that just says, you know, like that fucking guy told us about it on the other side of town when they were fucking expanding the quarry. The guy fucking kept holding out, saying, "Nope, they'll pay me more. Nope, they came back and they offered him like 5 times the value of the fucking house."
Yeah.
I said, no. And then so I said, all right, fuck you. So they built around him and fucking destroyed his fucking house.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, speaking of... You got me right on topic, and I guess we're not going to tonight, but I don't want to get it. But in tonight's news, and if you look it up, you'll find it, a big expose about the Squamish Nation developing the land around the Lions Gate and how it's going to affect the waterway. Seem to remember somebody bringing that up almost every fucking episode for the last 6 months, and sure enough, mainstream media finally listened to Eric and Gord and picked up the story about the Lionsgate development and how it's going to affect the water, and how the pipeline it's going to be worse than the pipeline because it's going to be developed on both sides of the bridge. I just thought it was brilliant. What if we're right? We always are, ladies and gentlemen. It takes a while, but we always are. I love that got picked up today. Sorry, go ahead.
Jesus Christ, that took a long time.
Yeah, but it was all over the news. It's almost word for word. It's like they just copy our show sometimes. I swear to God. I believe it was CTV News I was watching where I got to see that and just howled. They're always a little bit behind. CKNW Radio was always pretty good. They picked me up right after, like it was always the next day.
Yeah, they were quick about it.
But yeah, these news stations, it's funny. It's funny that